The other side of failure. Failure. Most individuals hate hearing that word. Everyone aspires to be successful. We all want to be appreciated and liked. However, the dreaded F word inevitably appears. Failure is powerful enough to make you want to leave everything behind and start over. It is the same for any entrepreneur, or anyone attempting to make a difference in their life. Whether it is pushing forward in your aspiring career, losing weight, or checking items off your wish list, there is something for everyone. Every day, failure occurs in school, at work, at home, and in families. It is inescapable, annoying, and depressing. While the temptation to throw your hands up and walk away is alluring, take a moment to connect with those who have been through it and survived. Here is Charles' journey from failure to success, which will motivate you to keep trying and reach greatness. Charles Freeman was born in Yate General Hospital, near Bristol, on July 31, 1990, and raised in Gloucestershire, England. His father, John, worked as a dry cleaner in the neighborhood, and his mother, Rita, worked as a science technician in the YAD and Comprehensive Chemistry Department. When Charles was a toddler, Rita was diagnosed with cancer and died in 1995. Charles also has two elder sisters, Lee and Mary. The young Charles grew up singing like birds. When he sings, Lee enjoys listening to him. Lee returned home one day sad. She was sobbing uncontrollably because they bullied her at school. Mary tried all her best to calm and console her, but all to no avail. Out of nowhere, they heard the sound of a guitar followed by a teenage voice. Lee and Mary listened to Charles as he sang beautifully. Lee had stopped crying when Charles finished singing, and she was already smiling. She has said,
"Thank you, brother, for bringing back my smile. You don't sing like a bird. You are a bird."
Charles studied at a music university to enhance his talent. After his degree, he moved to London and worked in a series of jobs, including one as a music teacher. Charles wanted to be a musician from an early age. He wrote his first song at the age of 6, a song about his sister, Lee. At 13, Charles recorded his first album. After a year, he recorded another album, and tried his best to get a record label, but he got rejected. After several rejections, Charles decided to quit singing.
"I am a failure. Music is not for me, and I am only forcing myself to do it,"
he thought. He sold the only guitar he had, burnt his music books, CD, and everything that could remind him of music. Mary and Lee had moved in with their aunt, because their dad could no longer afford to pay their school fees. His sisters had no idea Charles had given up on his career, and he is now working as a clerk. Whenever his sisters asked him how he is getting along with his music career, he would immediately change the topic and talk about something else. One day, Lee was in her room listening to the song Charles wrote for her when they were young. It was a motivational song that helped her value her life and ignores the bullies.
I was about to open the door when I heard the song. I stood there and listened to every word. It was like something glued me on that spot. I could not move until the song ended. When the song ended, I felt like a new chapter of my life was opened. And I felt like a winner again. I went back home, cried. I cried bitterly. I realized I should not have burned my music books, sold my guitar at all. I realized I didn't fail but helped myself to fail by burning those books and giving up on my career.
Charles didn't know how to start, but he commences anyways. He quit his job and rebranded his life. At first, it was not working, but after, things changed for good. He conceived the idea of meeting people, getting to know their dreams and visions, and also the challenges they face. He wrote songs to inspire them to keep moving. He would go to the studio, record a song according to an individual problem, and give it to them for free. He continued doing this for 3 years. He met Jane on the train. He noticed something was wrong with her, so he went to her. Through their conversation, Charles found out Jane was going through depression and loneliness and was on the verge of committing suicide. Charles keeps visiting Jane. He recorded a song for her, and she loved it. Jane's uncle, who owned a record label, heard the song and told Jane to invite Charles to his house. One thing led to the other, and Charles got signed. They recorded a lot of songs and produced many albums. Today, Charles is doing great in his music career. Charlie Sheen said,
Winners find a way to overcome the obstacles and persevere after failure. Failure must be viewed differently. It isn't something that should be avoided at all costs. It's an opportunity to learn something that isn't working. Failure is the other side of success. It is not necessarily the destination that makes us unique, but rather the road that leads to that destination. The greatest failures have preceded the greatest successes. Don't be scared if you're going through a difficult time in your life. Or if you're seeking small business alternatives, failure is the worst thing that can happen, yet it is only a chance to learn and progress.